Hi, this is Venkatesan, Department of Chemistry, St. Joseph's College, Kadalur, Tamil Nadu. வேண்டுங்கால் வேண்டும் பிறவாமை மற்றது வேண்டாமை வேண்டா வரும் திருக்குறள். Dear students, now we are going to see an important topics in coordination chemistry, that is charge transfer spectra. As we know from the coordination chemistry, electron transfer can take place from ligand to metal as well as from metal to ligand. Here the charge transfer take place between ligand to metal and metal to ligand. What are the conditions for these two types of charge transfer spectra? Apart from these two, we are having ligand to ligand as well as metal to metal also possible. But here we are going to see about only ligand to metal and metal to ligand charge transfer. First we see ligand to metal charge transfer spectra. These are all the conditions for the metal. First, metal with high ionization energy. Then only it cannot easy to remove the electrons. And second case, metal with empty orbitals at lower energies. So whenever the metal having the empty orbitals, then they can easily receive the electron from the ligand. And third one is transition or post-transition metal with higher oxidation state. So transition metals and even sometimes post-transition metals, but the main thing is with higher oxidation state, then only it having the empty number of orbitals. Example, if you are taking as manganese oxides MnO4 minus, here the manganese in +7 oxidation state. This fulfill all the condition of the metal orbitals. So here the higher oxidation state, transition metals and also empty orbitals, and further that you cannot remove the electrons. So that is why they have higher ionization energy also. And for the ligand, the conditions are the ligand from the non-metal with low electron affinity, then only it can give the electrons. Filled orbital of higher energies. So whenever the filled orbitals means they have that occupied number of electrons in the orbitals, then you can easily donate the electrons to metal orbitals, and it is readily oxidizable. That means whenever it giving the electrons, that is loss of electron, then it is readily undergo oxidation. That is called as oxidizable. Examples are chalcogenides. It is from group number 16, oxygen group family, or heavy halides from halogens. Again, as an example, MnO4, here O4 minus, that oxygen act as a ligand. The charge transfer take place from oxygen to the manganese. Now let's see in the detail. MnO4 minus, as you know that +7 oxidation state of manganese when it is combined with 4 oxide ions. Here MnO4, so it is an 4 ligands are attached, so it is an tetrahedral complex, shows ligand to metal charge transfer. How it is take place means by by the molecular orbital theory, we know that metal orbitals are classified into some set of orbitals, and for the tetrahedral the ligands orbitals are classified in some set of orbitals. Whenever they are having the metal and ligand having the symmetries, they are correlate to each other. Sometimes we are having that correlations are there, sometimes they are having non-bonding orbitals, and also there is no matching of the orbitals also. Now let's see the detail of the diagram. This side we are having the metal. Here we are having yes metal with 4 ligands. This side we are having 4 ligands. First you see the ligand orbitals. The ligand orbitals are sigma, that is in sigma orbitals A1 and T2, and we having that pi, that is T1 and T2. So this is same. So T1 and T2 in the pi orbitals, A1 and T2g in sigma. These are all 4 ligand orbitals according to molecular orbital theory. This side we are having the ligand, metal. Metal we know that from d orbital is there. So d orbital we are classifying T2 because we can't use the G because here there is no centrosymmetry. So that is why you have to skip the G. For the octaedral you can use the G. For the T2 and E is there. So for the d orbital T2 and E is there. For the S, when you go for outer one, that is n plus 1, S, that is A1. Then further it goes p orbitals, that is T2. So whenever the 4 ligand donate the electrons, it can goes to the metal orbitals. So for the metal orbitals, they can take electrons only in the non-bonding orbitals. Here the electronic transition take place from T1 is there, as it is T1 and T2, here there is no matching with the metal orbitals. So T1 and T2 as it is there, E is an non-bonding orbital from the metals. Here the electronic transition take place from the ligand to the metal. So that is why you can take the transition from T1 and T2 to E set of orbitals from the metal and T2 anti-bonding orbitals of the metal. Here you can see T2 to E, T2 to T2 star, T1 to E, T1 to T2 star. This difference is called as crystal field stabilizing energy, that is del T. So when the question raised means you can calculate the difference between E and T2 star. So here the 4 types of electronic transition take place. For each transition they have given us in wave numbers. First one is 70,700, second one T1 to T2 star 29,500, T2 to E 30,300, T2 to T2 star 44,400 centimeter inverse. Here the only absorption at 17,700, that is T1 to E. T1 to T is a very small difference. So small gap, so that is why they are having energy of very less. This one is falls within the region of the visible regions. So then only you can see that the complex having the color of purple. The purple color of this complex because of transition from T1 to E, because that region only found in the visible regions. For all other wave numbers we cannot see because these are all not found in the visible regions. So this is then ligand to metal charge transfer. Another case we are having metal to ligand charge transfer. So whenever metal having that more number of electrons and filled orbitals, ligand having the empty orbitals, then metal can donate the electron to the ligands. This type of bonding we are call it as synergic bonding, that is in back bonding also. Here you cannot take the orbital diagram, just I will give the condition for that. Metal to ligand charge transfer. For that metal as well as the ligand conditions, lowest unoccupied molecular orbital of ligands. So whenever we are having unoccupied, then only can receive the electrons. Good oxidizing agent as a metal. So after metal lose the electron, it is an oxidizing agent. And lower oxidation state of the metal, it is opposite that of the ligand to metal charge transfer. Occupied metal center orbitals, metal orbitals are completely occupied, then only can able to donate the electrons. This is the main condition. Ligand having empty pi antibonding orbitals, so then only it can receive the electron from the metal orbitals to the pi antibonding orbital of the ligand. Examples are carbon monoxide, pyridines, bipyridine, orthophenanthralines. So these are all examples for metal to ligand charge transfer spectra. Example, here is a complex cobalt octahedral complex, aqua cobalt complex. Here T2G and EG orbitals are completely filled, hence the transition from T2G and EG take place. So an octahedral complex, cobalt is completely filled electronic configuration in d orbital, that is T2G and EG. From the orbitals, the electronic transition can take place to the ligand orbitals. So that is why the electronic transition that is why the transition take place from T2G and EG that has already filled, and then metal to ligand charge transfer will take place. Thank you.